And
Hey Dan.
all right, finally we meet each other. All right, thanks for coming to meet with me in person. Friday, right? Friday afternoon. All right. May I have your full name?
Full name is Grant Alden Gorsigner.
All right. Would you tell me about university you graduated from and then major you studied at?
I graduated from University of Wisconsin River Falls in 2014. I had my Bachelor of Science in International Studies with a minor in Asian Studies.
All right. Again, international studies.
Mm-hmm.
Major, Asian studies minor.
Yes.
So it's kind of correlated, right? International study and Asian studies, right?
Mm-hmm.
What area are you specifically interested in that field?
In that field, I studied culture, particularly with intercultural communication.
Mhm.
So when you have one person of a different ethnicity moving to another country where that ethnicity has never really been, there's some problems. There's some differences between cultures. Sometimes it leads to, some distrust and some negative effects. And so part of it was studying that and how we can, as a world, kind of make everything flow a little bit better.
Mm-hmm. All right. So then, to know more about different culture, and then have you studied abroad or have you traveled to other countries?
Yes, I did a 12-day historical study in Japan back in 2013.
Mm-hmm.
And then in 2014, I did a 3-month backpacking tour of Europe.
Okay.
So I would spend 1 week to a week and a half in a country and then move on to the next one.
All right. So you graduated, and then it's been a couple of years, right? And after graduation, what do you do for a living now?
Well, right now I work at a international private high school called North Cedar Academy in Ladysmith, Wisconsin.
Mm-hmm.
It's in its second year.
Second year.
Yep.
Okay.
I work there as a resident director and a lead resident assistant.
Mm-hmm.
Before that, I worked in retail, and I also worked in a seed and plant testing germination lab.
All right. So, let's talk about your current job, right? You said you're working at kind of prep school, prep boarding school, right?
Yes, sir.
And as a assistant resident director?
Yes.
All right. So, would you tell me a little bit about that?
So, as a resident director, a lot of the stuff I do with the students is after school, before school, and when they have days off. So during the school days, after school, it's running them to sports, to activities, to medical appointments, helping them with homework, things like that. And then on weekends, it's planning events. So like this weekend, we have a couple outdoor sports planned for them. We have a movie night set up. It's kind of like being a host parent in a way.
So, resident mean you live there
I do live there.
at a boarding school. How long? Right now it's nearing 2 years?
The school has been going for 2 years. I've been living there since September.
Okay.
At the start of this year. I am the only live-in resident assistant as of right now.
All right. So, when do you finish that contract?
This contract will be over about June 9th.
June
About
9th.
a week.
So then you're gonna live there
Until then.
9 months by then.
Thereabouts, yep.
Okay. All right. What's kind of students study there?
It is all high school age, so American high school age, so between 9th grade and 12th grade. Our youngest is 15, and our oldest just turned 19. Students come from a lot of different countries. We have Chinese students, Korean students, students from Thailand, students from Vietnam. We have one from Lithuania, one from Rwanda, and even a couple American students who come and take classes with us.
All right. So working for students from different countries. I mean, Asian countries and Lithuanian,
European, African.
Okay, African countries. So they have different custom and habits and traits, right?
Yep.
Sometimes, definitely, there would be some conflicts between students, right? Sometimes. So when you find that kind of conflicts and difficulties, you kind of build up, and then how do you deal with it?
We haven't had too much of it build up. Most of it was just a little distrust at first. It's a little different meeting someone who doesn't speak the same language or necessarily have the same beliefs. But part of it's just getting them to know each other. You find out you have more similarities than you do differences. And that pretty much eases 90% of the tension.
Okay. All right. So, young kids, 15 years old, 19 years old, always looking for some fun and some kind of activities. And so, how do you, catch their needs and then kind of satisfy their kind of needs?
It kind of depends on the students. We have some students who are very content, like a lot of teenagers. They just kind of want to watch the movies, play the video games, and that's all that they want. And then I have other ones who want to get out and go see the town. We'll take walks. We try to set them up with host parents to take them to different parts of the city if we can accommodate it. Take them to movies, see what they want to do. Sometimes they have games and stuff that we've never done or played, or we go out and do that. A lot of it's just kind of getting to know the individual students, what they like. On Wednesday we had a miniature figurine painting class, actually. Spooky. Okay. And so we did that, and so we had students, all of them are from different countries. They came down to paint and kind of hang out with us, and that was a lot of fun.
Oh, yeah. Well, because lights out, so my kind of thoughts interrupted a little bit. Oh my goodness!
It's all good.
All right. What do you want to experience? By teaching in South Korea, what's your expectation?
What's my expectation?
What do you want to learn, and what do you want to get?
I want to, improve my skill set in teaching and even some language skills. I would love to learn some of the Korean language while I'm over there. Part of it's also just meeting people. There's a quote, I unfortunately don't remember the person who said it. It's all real living is meeting. So it's meeting people. And so that's kind of what I want to do. Meet people, meet the students, the parents, keep enriching myself and their lives. I also really like food, so I would love to try some Korean delicacies.
Okay, all right. So, for prospective employers, how do you want to impress yourself and represent yourself? Hey, I'm this type of teacher, and I'm confident. And how?
Other than meeting them and talking with them, a lot of it is my teaching style is, hands-on and interacting with the students. What I really liked growing up and going through school were teachers who, involved us in the class. Those are the classes and the teachers I remember. And that's kind of how I want to teach, and that's my sort of teaching style is... Here's some of the words and the books and that, and here's something we can do together.
The time is 4:55, and the Maple Grove Library will be closing in 5 minutes.
We still have 5 minutes left.
We got 5
right?
minutes, yeah.
Okay, 5 minutes is a long time.
Let's do it.
So my next question is, well, you've been working for high school students.
Yep.
Okay, and then probably some of directors, employers would ask you. You have no experience, working for younger students like kindergartners, elementary school students. How do you want to communicate them? How do you want to teach them English?
It's a good question. When it comes to younger students, one is trying to get down the basics. So you can use things like songs or little things you can memorize quickly.
Mm-hmm.
Pictures, simple words, and ways you can kind of collaborate things.
Mm-hmm.
Things just get English to start flowing.
Mm-hmm.
And then as they get older, as they develop, it's continuing the conversation. It's continuing what we're building up from the basics.
Mm-hmm.
So you'd start probably with the alphabet, depending
Mhm.
upon what grade we're teaching,
Mm-hmm.
basic numbers, and then get into things like songs.
Mm-hmm. What do you think your kind of greatest strength as a teacher?
My greatest strength as a teacher is that I really like working with students.
Mm-hmm.
Working at North Cedar Academy, I love working with them.
Mm-hmm.
It's that my greatest strength for that is I interact with them. I don't want to just be
Mm-hmm.
this figure showing a PowerPoint.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, no, I'm a teacher, I'm involved with you, we're all learning and doing things together.
Mm-hmm.
And that's, I believe, my greatest strength for that.
All right. Thanks for coming to meet with me and answering all the questions. And I hope everything works fine for you. And I hope you had a great time in South Korea. And also meet you again in Korea.
Awesome.
Thanks for coming.
Thank you, Don.
Thanks.